develop. So Carol, this is Susie, Daniel, and Litat. They are the most intelligent people and enthusiastic people that I've seen who can create art from science or math, which is the coding, right? And then they have incorporated all my stupid ideas of gaming
Oh, it's
into
excellent ideas.
this it's like playing a video game. The goal is to create a mobile app so that everybody can play like a game, and they have points, score, timing to make it interesting, so that we don't have to keep teaching CT scan and NHSS, and it allows them to practice this. So I think this will spend a long time, almost a year, I think, or even longer than a year. I can't even remember the time has
We
gone
started
by, and
Feb.
since Feb, right, almost coming to a year. So
Yeah.
they've developed the first patient of the game, which we have 5 in total. The aim in the future with more grants is to make it bigger and better. But for the first part, it is the user testing version, which is this part where we have to give feedback and we see how the game is going to be run. So I let Susie take over. I think we can. You're saying we're going to record this, right?
Yes,
Am I
I
right?
started recording already.
Great. And we're going to just record this so we can play it for Chris later on YouTube. I think Dr. Carol is the most important person here. So I think we can start with her first.
Okay, sure. Perfect.
Do you think that Leonard is coming in also? Did he reply?
No, he did not reply.
I see. I was texting. I think everybody is just busy.
I think yes, they are busy. Yeah. So I think you
Okay,
can
I think we
see
can start.
my shared screen, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think Dr. Tianming gave a very nice introduction about the project. Okay. So just to touch a little more, it's this whole thing is about the grant that that Sing Health received from SSG. It is called the Learning Technology and Adoption Grant, and we are doing about 10 learning objectives or 10 different projects for different hospitals within Sing Health. So one of the project we are doing is for NNI under the lead of Dr. Tu and his team. So it is called Acute Stroke. Yeah. So we have been working since Feb, it's the end of Feb, and we kind of finished all our game design document and everything somewhere in June. So this particular project was slightly different from what you do regularly, and there were a lot of additional new features. So thus we spent quite a lot of time doing some innovative stuff in this project. So and we managed to release one game. So it's about yeah. I think I'll go to that detail of the game soon. Yeah. So basically today we are here. Um, uh, to do the evaluation of these games, and the agenda would be like I'll be introducing to the project, which I think I already did, and I'll tell you what was the objective of this project, or what is the learning outcome that we are looking at in this by developing these games, and who are the team behind in Playware who did this project work, and we'll show you a small game demo of the game that you will be evaluating. I'll also show you how to install the software and download the software, download the game, and how to get into using our credentials, which I will be giving after this demo. So I'm recording this demo because this is like a kind of a pre-training session. So this recording will all be sent to SSG as a proof that we have done some training on this particular courseware for it. Yeah. So there's after you finish playing the game, there is a evaluation form where you will go into a Google form basically, and you will fill in the evaluation form, which has about 15 questions. And also there is a dashboard which will track all the game data, all the gameplay data. So the dashboard currently is still under development, but we have some high level information of the data. So this is what we will be running through in today's demo session or a pre-training session. Yeah. So this is a small background of the project. yeah. So Lee, you want to take over for this? You want to explain about what we did for the project?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce my team. I have Leetad, who's a learning designer, who's worked on this, and he's the script writer. It's all his idea. He worked closely with Dr. Tu and David to come up with the game script. And I have Daniel with me, who has designed this game after the scripts were signed off. Our artists will usually create the artwork and animations and all that. Then Daniel stitches everything together using our game engine called 3D Hive, and that's when we get the real product. So we still have, okay, I have to also tell you one more thing, that this is a kind of a beta or a first prototype of the project or the game led, where there won't be any voices for now, but in the eventual final versions, we will have voiceovers, background musics, and all that. Just to avoid the silence in the game, we have used a mild background music today, so that there is some some excitement. Not excitement, I wouldn't say excitement. At least it's not like a silent movie. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Lee. You can take over and please explain to me,
Right.
explain to everyone about the project objectives.
Yeah, sure. I mean, just one quick note is that there are no voiceovers for the dialogue yet. We will be incorporating that later, but at this point, there are already voices for the patient itself, because that is core to the gameplay, right? When you're assessing the stroke patient. So basically, this game is I mean, as the title suggests, it's about acute stroke. We have shortened we've given a shortened the title and given the game the name Acute Stroke Trainer. So the purpose of this game is basically to give new staff a safe environment to assess patients, potential stroke patients, right? So it goes in line with the principle of productive failure. The way we have done this is to have 5 different patients with 5 different scenarios with their respective conditions, uh, symptoms, and with their own sets of CT and CTA scans, right? So the player will have to go through each patient, review the NIHSS, the CTA and CT scans, and make decisions on whether or not these patients have stroke, and from that point on, uh, what treatments do they wish to prescribe, right? And so to try and make things more, to make the learning points more impactful and realistic in that sense, is we've also incorporated uh, branching endings, so different endings. In other words, uh, this game does not have a linear storyline, right? Depending on the options that you take, you can hit into a bad ending, right? Like the patient deteriorates and that's a bad ending. So the purpose is to force is hopefully the players, if the players make an error, they go to a bad ending, they will have to retry. And in that process of doing so, hopefully that they pick up and learn as they do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. So this is this is all. I think you can take this as well, just on the objectives.
Yeah, so I mentioned the audience is new junior doctors, roughly age group 25 to 35.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
the objectives of the game would be for them to experience more different cases, and which in reality is a little hard. So through this game, we will give them more experience on handling the various kinds of patients in in a less uh, how do I say,
It's less guided.
yeah, less
Yeah,
guided way, or they can take risk of failing. It's
right.
easy. Yeah. So, so that's the objective of this game. And this 90% user positive, this is something, the feedback that you will be giving later on. So we will be evaluating and reporting this to SSG. So they will evaluate whether 90% of the users' feedback are positive or not. So that's another criteria as well. Yeah. So fine. Okay, so this is the team who is behind Playware. I think before all this, I should put Dr. Tu and his team in because it was all their idea, and then we have just helped them to implement the idea. Yeah. So Sid is our director. This is myself, the project manager, and Lita, who's a learning designer, is also a coordinator. And Ryan is not here with us, is the game designer. And Ryan and Daniel are the game designers. 2D artists are George, and 3D is Alex, and tech support in this game from Raghav, Nachi, Vinod, and Eating as well. They were it's quite a big team. Sorry, I missed some of the names. Yeah, and QC is mostly me and Lita. Yeah. So now I think we'll go over to Daniel. Daniel, sorry, I missed your name in the slide. Could you please share your screen, Daniel?
Enable sharing?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in. Can you start from the login page?
Yeah.
Off on the login page, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the credentials. I will be giving the credentials. Dr. Tu, you need to give me the email address of all the 10 users. So after this call, what we will do is we'll record this video and we will compress it to upload it to our YouTube. And following that, I will create the user accounts and give user credentials. Along with it, I'll also give the user guide and all that. So the user credentials that will be given individually to the individual emails. Please use that user credentials to log in this screen. After you download the software, it will prompt you for this login. So log in with this. Yeah, Daniel, you can log in.
Oops.
Yeah. Okay, so once you log in, you come to the game screen. So this is your game screen. So the idea is eventually, if you start creating more other game series, we will add all those in. These are like a chapter or a main topic kind of a page where we'll keep adding more of these game titles over here. So for now, today we have the title called Acute Stroke Trainer. Yeah, so this is the main game screen. Yeah, go in. Yeah. And so this is the gamelet. So what will happen is when you tap on the gamelet, you will get to see, can you tap on the gamelet? Yeah. So you will get to see a download button. So you can tap on the download and download the gamelet itself. So since Daniel has already downloaded the game, we have a play button. So when we update the game at any point in time for any changes, you'll get to see an update button on top of the play button. So whenever you see an update, you just update that you get the latest version of the game. So if you want, there will be times that you can also delete the game and download it fresh. So you can always use the option to delete. And to make sure that there isn't any update, you can also refresh your screen to confirm that there isn't any update. So this is the basic view of your application. Yeah. So when you tap on the gamelet, you will see the description of the gamelet. I think before this, you saw the description of the entire game itself. Yeah. So now you can play. Yeah. Lee, you can take over.
Right. Right. So all the gamelets will start with your standard and introduction scene, right? When you see comic slides such as these, all you need to do is tap to continue, Right. Whenever in doubt, just tap to continue. So this is an introduction scene. Doctor is doing something. Tap again. His phone rings. And then he gets a call telling him that there's a stroke standby waiting in the resuscitation area. And he says, okay, he'll be right over. So you tap to continue. It's a simple objectives screen, right? You can read it and then you tap to continue once you're done. Right, so now you have these are you'll see this is the 3D world that your character is in. You'll experience dialogues from the characters within the environment. So right now you're in a dialogue, so it pretty much runs by itself. You just tap as each line comes up to continue. So okay, there's a patient, this is his name, this is IC, and this is the time that his symptoms presented, right? The nurse says, okay, she'll bring the car over. Next, doctor says, thanks. Right, and this is a movement tutorial. To navigate the 3D world, you simply use the WASD keys to move, forward, backward, left, and right. And then the Q and E keys, or alternatively, hold the right mouse button to swivel the camera side to side. Okay, so you can see here, yeah, this is where you are given freedom to navigate the 3D world. So right now, your objective is to find the correct patient. Right, to interact with items in the 3D world, you simply need to walk up to them, and if there's something, if it can be interacted with, triggers will pop up. Yeah, you see, like so. So this is the patient, this is his name. Next, okay, is this the correct patient? Right, so yes, for the purposes of our demo, okay, yes, okay, so doctor is briefing the patient now. Hello, sir, I'm a doctor from the stroke team. Emergency physician suspects that you have suffered a stroke. I'm here to review your case. Okay, so you simply have to tap on the various options to review the information that you need. So let's say you check, right? So when this comes up, you're done with it, you just click back. And you'll be, once you've interacted with all three options, the game will proceed automatically. You can go back and yep. Right, and then this is the NIH-SS score, where you're supposed to look through all the symptoms of the patients, which is in the form of little video clips, and then provide a score for each item on the right side with the score in the scoring tab. Right. Okay, so you can pause and play the video or toggle it to full screen if you wish. Right, you use, yep, there you go. Right, and then the relevant captions related to the video is underneath it, and beneath that, use the left and right arrows to flip between the different videos. Right, Daniel, can you go to 3 of 16? Right, so when there are images relevant to that particular clip, you'll see it appear if you see it on the right side, right, the 4 images there. So these are the 4 images that the doctor is trying to get the patient to describe and to read the words. Okay, so we won't go through everything. It's just to let you know what to pay attention to. Right, so to access the image, you simply tap on the thumbnail, then you enlarge, and then you just tap on the image itself, and you'll close.
Maybe you can just finish this game. Yeah.
So as you are looking at each video, you're supposed to score the items on the right. Once you are done scoring it, you simply have to hit submit.
Doctor, we are still fixing the scroll bars. So this scroll bar will be made similar to the other one as well. And we are yet to do the, you asked us last time to make it bigger. We are also doing that, but it's not here yet. Actually, the games will be released by the time we put all the YouTube videos and all that. It might be tomorrow. So if it is there, I will update the new version of the game.
Okay, I will submit.
We have Christopher with us, Doctor.
Right. So
hi, Christopher here. Sorry, I was just finishing up my clinics. Thanks for letting me in. Hi, Chris. Thanks for coming in. I think I'll introduce you to the team later. I think Susie is going through the game
Sure.
halfway.
No problem. No problem. Sorry. I
Thanks
didn't
very
want to
much.
interrupt as well. Thanks.
No, don't worry, don't worry. So once you have done scoring every item, you have to score every item in order to continue. So once you have provided a score for each item, right, they will give you a summary of, you calculate your total score. So this is scored as 30. And then you either can go back to change it or you close it to continue. So we can close it here.
You can go to the other CT scan as well.
Okay, we'll stop after the CT scan. Okay, so now the doctor says, okay, I'll need, after giving the NIHSS score, it says I'll need to review the patient's CT scans and give an aspect score before making any decisions. So now we come to the CT scan component of the game. If you can see the various sliders controlling the zoom, the brightness, and the contrast. To change between scans, you simply have to use the vertical, yeah, there you go, the vertical button to flip. And then when you're zoomed in, you can pan the image by clicking on the image, yeah, on the image itself. There you go. And once you have completely reviewed the scans, you're supposed to give a score under aspects, right? So let's say we give 5 or something. 5, okay, continue.
Okay, we don't want to do the complete game. We want you to experience and give your feedback on the complete game. So, like I mentioned, this is just the prototype of one game. While we are developing other 5 similar 5 games for the different 5 patient cases. So we are expecting a lot of feedback from all the 10 users. So that's one of the reasons we didn't want to record the voiceovers for the dialogues as well, because there will be a lot of text changes, and we are open to feedback and all the changes. We are happy to take feedback and changes at this stage. So that's the idea of this evaluation. Yeah. So I think now I will introduce you how to download the software and play and download the game as well. Yeah. So can stop sharing?
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I think you all can see my Word document. Okay. This is the installation guide that I will be handing over to everyone as well through your emails. So we usually roll out Windows and Mac version. Unfortunately, there are some scaling issues in the Mac version of this game, so we are still fixing it. I hope it's ready before you finish your evaluation, and we are able to do it. But for now, we are releasing the Windows version of the game. So this is the link for the Windows version, which I'll also separately email to you. So basically, you download the .zip file and you extract the file and save it in a folder in your local system, and you'll get to see this folder where you'll have the app called 3dhive.mobi. So you double click on the 3dhive.mobi exe. So it will ask you for this protection question prompt, because we have not yet added the SSL certificate for this. So once we add those certificate, you will not be prompted with this prompt as of now. So okay, to also to mention that we have the whole system, our whole platform has gone on a major upgrade, and we are coming up with new versions. So all this will be covered once the latest version of the software is available. Yeah, so you run, just press run anyway. And one more critical thing for this particular game is to maintain the screen resolution. So once you launch the .exe application and you allow it to run, you'll get to this configuration screen. So please set your screen resolution to 1920 by 1080 and uncheck the window. So that is why we have highlighted here. I think there is an error. We will change that to 1080, and always use the graphic quality as fantastic and click on play. So this play will lead you to the credential page, which I just demonstrated. So this credential again, I will be passing through your email, your individual emails. So kindly use your credentials to play the game. Please don't use others' credentials or use others' credentials to play the game, because my gameplay data at the back end will be I cannot validate from behind who has played the game and how long they took and things like that. So please use your own credentials. So this is the setup for Mac. I won't go through this because we don't have the Mac setup. So yeah, skip a little bit. Yeah. So this is something I think you all have. I think Christopher missed this. So yeah. So and this is the main game screen, and we have the gamelet screen. So this is what you will see when you log in first. You will see a download button. So you tap on the download. It will take some time to download this game. I must tell you that this game is slightly bigger because of all the videos and the images we have in the game. It might take some time to download. So there will be three phases of download. There will be download the game in three progressions. That is download, and then it will download, pull the assets, and then it will extract the assets. There will be like three different phases of download. So once that is completed, you will get to see a play button. So you tap on the play button, or you can delete and download the game again if there is any glitches. And you tap on play, and you'll get to play. So whenever you get to a comic screen or any screen, blank screen or whatever, just click on tap, or sorry, click on the screen. We are using tap because this game is used to be. I mean, our app is mainly meant for mobile app, so that's why we keep saying tap tap. Yeah. So you just click and you can continue playing the game. So that's the main um, main instruction, especially for in playing these games, to tap or click on the screen. So this is something again we went through while we were demonstrating how to use WASD and right mouse click or the Q&E to pan the cameras. So I think if you're a gamer, I think all this should be easy for you. So whenever you want to escape, or sorry, whenever you want to quit from the game, just tap on the escape button, and it will get you out of the game or the gamelet. So it will push you out to the game page. But bear in mind, when you are escaping from the game in the middle of the game, your game data will not go to our dashboard. So next I'll show you. So try and complete the game, and you will get to see this game completed screen. So only when you go to the game completed screen, all the game data will be pushed to our backend to view in the dashboard. So next I'll show you the dashboard. Yeah, so this is the dashboard. You can use the same credential to log into this dashboard to see your own scores. You'll have a leaderboard to see other scores.
So see, your screen isn't showing the dashboard. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Thanks, Lee. I think this is the Zoom thing. Yeah. Now, okay.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a dashboard. I'll also give you the link for the dashboard in the email. So basically, you can use the same credential login that you're using for playing the game in this to view your scores. So that will be the scoreboard where you can see your own score. Only the administrator will get the access. So I'll give the admin access to Dr. Tu, and if anyone requests, I mean, I'll leave it to Dr. Tu to tell me whom to give it to. So they will get the access of the dashboard. So dashboard basically means you can see everyone's score here. As of now, I have only test data, that is our test scores. Once you all start playing, everything will get populated. So what you basically see here is when you played, what is the game you played, how many times you played, and yeah, let me get into a little depth. So this is about test one score. So test one is played like about 14 times. And yeah, the latest one was today. So he took like, he or she took 10 seconds to play, sorry, 10 minutes to play this game. So if I go in depth, yeah, we'll get to see how much time he or she spent on a slideshow, like 1 second on a slideshow, 2 second on different slideshows and mini games. Yeah, and currently we have this HTML page as well, the NIHSS game, and I think this one was thrown out. It didn't complete the game. Yeah. So, doctor, I have to let you know that this particular thing is still under development. As of now, you can only see the high level details of the game taken, the time taken to play the whole gamelet itself, and also the time taken for the entire mini game itself. But the scores are yet to come because, like I mentioned, these are all new HTMLs which we have added in our 3D Hive engine. So we are working on it. I'm hoping that it should be ready by tomorrow, but if not, I think we will integrate it at a later stage. Yeah. So as of now, it's very basic dashboard. Yeah. So this is about the dashboard where we will track records. I need to submit these records as well to SSG. So okay, so this record here, the gameplay record and the records, the response in my form should match. So that's another challenge. Yeah. So okay, this is a evaluation form. After you finish downloading the software, playing the game, and you can come to this evaluation form where I'll give you this link as well in your email. Come to the evaluation form and give your valuable feedback and answer these 15 questions, which are very simple questions. And if you want to give specific feedback on the game, you can go to the last question, which is open. It's like an open-ended answer where you can type in your answers or your feedback, and we will compile all your feedback. We will run through again with Dr. Tu, and we'll see how to accommodate it in the game. So that's the idea. So please give your honest answer. Please don't give all as neutral because it doesn't help us. And we need to show that this game, the learning objective of these games are being met by developing these games. I know this is a very prototype of the game. We'll have another round of evaluation too once we finish all the 5 games and we've added all the voiceovers and all that. Yeah. So this is again very important. Okay. So yeah, so that's about it. So I will be sending all the information to you all probably tomorrow because I need to, sorry, let me stop sharing. Okay, because I need to compile this video that I'm recording now and I'll upload it to the YouTube so that it benefits the others who have not joined this call. So we won't have to spend time on a Zoom call. So they can just go watch that video whenever they are free. So they can watch that and then start downloading the game and playing the game and give their feedback. Yeah. So I think this should be very short because there's only one game in this particular project for now. Yeah. So you want to add something, Dr. Tu? You want to add?
No, I'd like to thank you all for putting in all this effort in creating this thing that sort of like it was a vision about a year ago, and now you can actually see this in progress and moving forward into a real game. So I think the main thing is that just let Dr. Christopher and Dr. Carol know that the aim of this is actually to make it into a serious gaming where we use sort of like innovative, fun methods to teach the junior doctors on how to do the important things in work, for example, the NIHSS and the CT scan reading, and to make it in a playable way such that we can use it again and again, make it fun, let people practice again, play again and again, such that they will acquire that knowledge, and making it interesting, like achieving points, see whether they are the fastest for the month, and then we can use this for juniors or other batches or other groups of junior doctors, like what Daniel and Lita has mentioned. So I think the next step forward is I will provide you with the 10 emails, and they will be roughly the more senior people first. They will just play the first gamelet. They'll provide you the feedback. And then once it's all rolled out, we will do the full assessment with the subsequent target batch of juniors.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds good. I think it's nice to have seniors. We'll get very good feedback.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. I think, yeah. So that's the demo for this evaluation. So I will send you all the email for all of you. So I'll send one email with all the email address with all the instructions and everything, and then individual emails for the credentials.
Okay,
So just allow me till tomorrow, doctor, if you don't mind.
no problem.
Put this YouTube.
Does Chris and Carol have any question for the game developing team?
Hi, Chris
I
here.
think that
Thanks.
was
Oh,
great.
sorry, Carol, you go ahead. Go ahead, Carol.
Come on, Chris, you go ahead first.
Huh? Okay, okay. Just a quick one. Sorry. Can I check with you? Is there any way to put in additional imaging? So the ones we have seen is more for the CT. So things like, for example, maybe MRIs or like CT angios or any additional imaging kind of modalities. Is there any room for that to expand?
Yeah, a good question, Chris. So I think the first aim of the first scope that we're doing is essentially the NIHSS training and the CTA training. You're right. So if this works out in the future, we can talk about angio training, we can talk about MRI reading training. So this is just the first part, which we got the funding for.
It's like
so
proof
you're
of
right.
concept, that kind of.
That's right. We need to make sure that the first part works.
Okay, Ken.
Yes, Carol?
Yeah, thanks. I think this is really a very good idea, and I think it will help the SRs like to learn. So we can keep adding new cases to this, is it? Or every time we want to add a new case, we have to go back to like the.
So essentially, when I first started off, we wanted 100 cases. Then of course we streamed down to 10, and then after that, I think because of the data and of the technical work that needs to go in the background, so we limited it to 5. Actually, I think I emailed Litat and Daniel 10 scenarios. Previously, we discussed even more than that, which we have tons and tons of cases. So you're right. If this works out well, we have further funding, we can expand it. If it sells, it becomes a commercially viable product. Can upload an app store, you can sell it for like $5 per download. Then yeah, sure, we can do 100 cases. People will buy this for commercial reasons.
But is it like very expensive or like time consuming to put additional cases?
That one I asked the developers to answer.
Actually, we have done the base now. So we have spent enough time to build the base of the software. So if it's going to be similar, it's not going to be time consuming, because all that we need is to add the animation and the videos and the images. If it's going to be exactly the same, it's not going to take us very long. But if there's going to be additional stuff, then maybe we have to spend some more time. It's exactly the same. We're just using the same game, and just changing images and videos should not take us very long now.
Okay, thanks. And for the downloading of the software, we should be able to download it on most internet-enabled laptops and stuff like that. Or we need.
Yes, you need internet for the first time, only for downloading. While playing, you don't need internet.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks.
We're also planning to get it on the web. So hopefully that is ready, then I can distribute to you. We're kind of doing things simultaneously, but I have to finish this evaluation for my submission to SSG. So that's why I'm rushing the evaluation. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Susie. Thanks for accommodating our meeting today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you.
Daniel,
Thanks.
Thanks,
Good work. Very good work.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Bye.